Most respected principal, vice principal, officers, faculty members, and August gathering present over here. I warmly welcome you all to Inter-House Current Events Display Competition for the year 2010. Today's topic: Mr. Mohammad Joinal Abedin, Vice Principal, Mr. A.K.M. Shamim Akhtar, Assistant Professor, and Mr. Mohammad Asaduzzaman, Assistant Professor. Today's result compilers are Mr. Mohammad Kobiruddin, Lecturer, and Ms. Uruna Parvin, Lecturer. Now I request our today's respective judges and result compilers to please take their respective seats. So please. Thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, without making any delay, now I'm going to start the main program. Our first show is the presentation of Bhashani House. The topic is
Dear viewers and listeners from home and abroad watching this TV show on BHTV, good morning to you all. Today I'm President Nicholas John to present you a show, a special topic that is recent issue, global warming. It's a recent warming issue of the world. We are very curious about global warming. What is global warming? What are the causes? What may be the effects? Is there any remedies? Okay, let us see some information about that. In general, we know that increasing of sea levels, increasing for the temperature at the atmosphere is known as global warming. We can see at the screen the natural greenhouse effect for global warming, various informations and theirs. You can also see emissions of various gases. Some graphs you can see on the screen. Okay, dear viewers, however, I'm not the expertise on this subject matter and topic. You can see some graphs about that. Dear viewers and listeners, those who are watching our show, today we have a special guest. He is the world-best scientist. He is PhD from Oxford University. He has a number of research works on global warming. He is Dr. Cadet. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Dr. Jan Hayden. Okay, Dr. John Hayden, we are very much proud to get you in our show. Not only we are proud, but it is our greatest privilege to get you in our show. What is your feelings about that?
And first, I want to thank Mr. John to have a warm welcome, and I'm really proud to join in such type of talk show. Thank you.
Okay, let's come in our point. What is the base idea of global warming?
Global warming, a burning issue of 21st century. So what does global warming mean? Global warming means the heat of the atmosphere or the earth, which happens due to the greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, water vapor. They trap heat and light from the sun and increases the temperature of the earth, and change in the ecology system is seen. Many living beings cannot take the change, and as a result they die.
Okay, we know that there are various incidents going on, global warming as effects throughout the world, especially the countries in developing, because they are not mistaken about that. Okay, generally we know that there is no relationship between storm and global warming, but scientifically there is great relationship between storm and global warming. Would you like to clarify to us what is the relationship between storm and global warming?
However, I'm here to clarify. At first I will say that storm is an effective effect of global warming.
Okay.
So how does it rain? You see, the increasing number of storms suggests us that the increase of surface temperature of the planet provides an ideal condition for the flourishment of the storms.
Okay.
And according to the statistical data of global warming published by Nature, that is, due to each and increase of 1.8 degree Fahrenheit temperature, the sea will result in an increase of 5%. 5%. I again repeat, 5% of storms.
Okay, Dr. Hayden, in the developing countries like Bangladesh, storm is going on in each year. Can we see a video clip on that?
Sure, please proceed on.
Okay, dear viewers, we have a video clip on storm.
যাবি আচ্ছা যা তোর তাড়াতাড়ি আনিস যাই উডানটা ঝাড়ু দিয়া মন্তুর বাপরে খাওয়ানটা একটু দিয়া আনি এই যে ল তোমার খাও আর তাড়াতাড়ি বাড়ি যাও আসমানে মেঘ জমতাছে হে তো ঘুরিও নাইবার গেছে মন্তু ও মন্তু কি গো মন্তুরে খুঁজে পেলা
It's quite pathetic. Okay, what are the causes of such devastating effects of global warming? Please, would like to discuss about.
There are two main causes. Number one is natural causes and number two is man-made causes. The natural causes, it doesn't harm much on global warming.
Okay.
But the man-made causes harm the most.
Please clarify.
In the natural causes, we can see that the methane gas is emitted from the Arctic thunder region. And Mr. John, you obviously know that the Earth goes through a cycle of climate change.
Climate change, yes.
Of course,
40 years.
Yes. Sorry, 40,000 years.
40,000 years.
Yes.
And just, please.
And then the man-made causes.
Yeah.
The man-made causes. Right? The man-made causes may be the industrial pollution.
Okay, Dr. Hayden will have a special video lecture on the causes of global warming. Can you see it? Okay, viewers and listeners, you can see the effects, the causes of global warming. Just see the sceneries of the causes of global warming. The trees are being cut, smoke is coming out from the industries of the developed countries. So would you like to please clarify in a nutshell why trees are cutting?
However, in my long research of 5 years from the Oxford University, I come to a point that the people who are cutting trees are almost illiterate.
Illiterate?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't know what is the impact of cutting trees on global warming. And and they're really in need of their board.
Okay, Evan, can we see the conditions of cutting trees in the different areas of the world?
Of course.
Dear viewers and listeners, you will see now the cutting of trees, that is deforestation, which is one of the major causes of global warming. Let's see.
Developing and underdeveloped countries are not so conscious about the environment pollution, climate change, global warming, and so on. Here we can see some villagers of Karachi in Pakistan are cutting trees, and they are not worried all about it. Let's talk with them. क्या बात है भाई? भाई आप पेड़ क्यों काट रहे हैं? क्या? पेड़ नहीं काटेंगे तो खाएंगे कैसे? घर में मेरा तो बीबिया है, चार नाना वाला बाबू है. हम ये पेड़ काटेंगे, बेचेंगे, उसके बाद खाना खरीदेंगे. पेड़ नहीं करेंगे तो मिट्टी खाएंगे. भाई आप नहीं जानते इस पेड़ काटने के बावजूद ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हो सकता है. घुमा हुआ ये क्या है? हमें कुछ नहीं जानता, जानना भी जरूरत नहीं महसूस करता हूँ. मैं सिर्फ जिंदा रहना चाहता हूँ. जिंदा रहना मेरा हक है. आप जाइए, मुझे काम मत कीजिए. आप जाइए. So this is the condition. The illiterate person with their superstitions is turning this beautiful art to the path of destruction. Fuad Alam, BHTV, Karachi, Pakistan.
We have just seen that video footage of cutting of the trees and deforestation causes global warming. Sometimes before we have seen that the smokes are coming off from the industries of developed countries especially. So we'd like to clarify about the emissions of carbon or various gases due to greenhouse effects and so on.
Ashamed to know that.
My God!
Ashamed to know that the 21.3% of the total global warming is depending on the industries.
21.3%.
The developed countries, 72% of carbon dioxide.
Really, about the developing countries and underdeveloped countries, I think they are not so much rich about the industrial products.
Yes, so they are not emitting carbon dioxide or such gases repeatedly like the developed.
We know that from the last convention of International Panel for Climate Change that United States of America is emitting most of, okay, dear viewers, we have a phone, we have to take it. There may be a problem. Dear viewers and listeners, you can call us with about inquiry of global warming. Our number is 530-3265. Okay, the topic on which you are learning, please.
I told that 72% of carbon dioxide gas is emitted by industries, 18% of methane, and 9% of nitrous oxide, and 1% of other gases.
Okay, most probably we have a call. Can you take the call? Okay, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Sir, I am Seven Taylor from Jackson High.
Yes, please.
Please, sir, I want to talk with Dr. Nathan.
Yes, here is Nathan.
You're connected.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes.
What is the effect of global warming on the health condition of the people around the world?
Okay, he asked us what is the condition of the people around the world. What is that about the world health? This is on global warming.
Okay, a few days back we have a meeting with WHO World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Yes, they show that there are some effects of global warming on the diseases.
Okay, Jack from New York, you have a video slide on these diseases of global warming. Please see it, and you can get various information from there.
Here we can see a patient of skin disease. Let's see what doctor says. Excuse me, doctor. Can I ask some questions to you? Absolutely, why not? Tell me what's the cause of this disease? Actually, it is the result of global warming. The other viruses which come outside are very dangerous. These ways are responsible for diseases. There are many of this disease. Basically, the remedies haven't yet discovered, but the scientists are working very hard for it. Thank you. Welcome. If such analysis continue, it will not take more days to be frequently harmed by skin disease caused by global
from the Sydney Central Hospital of Australia. They are suffering from various diseases due to global warming. Okay, Hayden, we were talking about industrial effects. Now we have a report by Alex Borger from the Michigan States of the United States of America. Let's see it.
The danger scenarios of the factories you just have seen. The harmful smoke of the factories destroy the ozone layer and the atmosphere and increase the greenhouse effect. Thus, global warming is happening. If it continues, then we'll have to suffer in the long run. We don't know what's waiting for us. Alex Border, VHTV, Michigan, United States of America.
We have just got a report from the Michigan States of the United States of America. Okay, we have just discussed about the causes. Now, what are the effects of global warming? Can we see a video clip? Okay. Viewers and listeners, you can see a video clip on the effects of global warming. And I've already said you can call for any query to us. Our number is 530-32-965. The devastating impacts of global warming. Okay, what is your idea about ice melting?
A school of experts founded that in 1910. In the National Park of Glaciers in Montana of USA. It was boasted with 150 glaciers, that is 150 glaciers. But after 100 years, in 2010, there is a mere with only 27.
Okay, Dr. Fraser, would you like to please tell us what is the impact of the United Nations to preventing or to stop global warming?
We with some scientists had a meeting with the Secretary General of the UN, Ban Ki-moon.
Ban Ki-moon?
Yes, he said that he along with his chief patrons and some ministers of the
delegates and leaders from the different places of the world.
They are trying to set the art from the global world.
Can we see the speech of Ban Ki-moon?
Yes, you are gladly accepted.
Okay, dear viewers and listeners, you can see the speech of Ban Ki-moon.
Distinguished delegates and viewers, every
have just seen the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is talking about the climate change and to stop global warming. In the same convention in Indonesia, Bali, the United States of America's President Barack Obama gave an important speech. So dear viewers and listeners, let's see out of that report.
Good morning. I thank the Secretary General for organizing the summit and all the leaders who are participating. No nation, however large or small, will therefore escape the effect of global warming. Rising sea levels threaten every coastline. The most powerful storms and floods threaten every continent. The security and stability of each nation and all peoples, our prosperity, our safety, our health, and jeopardy. So the time we have to reverse these tidings running out. Dear Excellencies, the developed nations that caused much of damages to our climate over the last century still have a responsibility to lead by investing in renewable energy, promoting greater efficiency, and slashing our emissions to reach the target we set for 2020. And our long-term goal for 2050. So, we have a responsibility to provide the financial and technical assistance needed to help the developing and underdeveloped nations adapt to the impact of climate change and pursue local development. Thank you all.
Okay, we have just seen the speech of Barack Obama. He told that all conditions are in jeopardy. We don't want to jeopardize condition. Viewers, I have already previously told you, you can call us at any number. Okay, most probably in the meantime there is phone. Can we receive? Sure. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Can I talk with Mr. Nicholas John?
Yes, I'm Nicola John. Please?
I'm Jack from New York.
Yes,
I have a
please.
question, sir.
Okay.
My question is that is there any harmful effect of global warming on our world economy?
Okay, there are various harmful effects of global warming in our world economy. Let me clarify about that, Mr. Jack. Okay. Due to global warming, the desertification is going on. And due to desertification, the crops are not planted. As a result, ultimately, the economic crisis starts. This is the impact of global warming in the recent markets. Okay, dear Dr. Hayden, we just know before a few years back, there was a meeting with the cabinet members of Maldives, along with the President Pabna against global warming. What is your basic idea about that?
The action was fruitful underwater, 7 feet of the sea level, under the 7 feet of the sea level, you must know that. And we have decided that some people, we will migrate some people from Malaysia to the Australia, those who are in the coastal areas, that they will survive.
Okay, this is the very much interesting thing in the history of the world.
Yes, of course.
Okay, dear viewers and listeners, to stop global warming, we have to stop the robbing of our children. Now, you will see a report from the Sana Turiga. Let's see it.
They are urging to live. They are urging to survive. We don't want to break in smoke. If we want to stop their robbing, we want to stop global warming. So, save the nature, save the future.
Okay, Dr. John Hayden, thank you very much for...
Our next show is the presentation of Shiaji House. The topic is recent earthquake and its risk in Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to hand over the stage to the Cadets of Shiaji House. Thank you.
Dear viewers, I, Dan Brown, welcome you to the show. Today, we will talk about recent earthquakes and its risk in Bangladesh. An earthquake is a vibration or oscillation of the surface of the earth caused by transient disturbance of elastic or gravitational equilibrium of the rocks at or beneath the earth's surface. Today, famous geologist Mr. Nicholas Denver is with us. Nicholas, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
Would you please explain the purpose of earthquakes?
Yeah, thank you. Earthquakes happens main causes, firstly landslip. Any big rock particle falling down from the mountain causes earthquake. Secondly, creation of fold and fault. If in the interior of the earth fold is created or fault is occurred, it will result earthquake. Thirdly, radiation of heat. If the earth crust is compressed due to radiation of heat, then cracks and folds are occurred, and this will lead to earthquake. Next, vapor in the interior of the earth. When the vapor in the interior of the earth is continuously increased, then it pushes the lower part of the earth crust, and tremendous earthquake is felt. Then, the decrease of pressure in the interior of the earth. Due to reduction of pressure in the interior of the earth, solid particle turning to liquid pushes the earth crust, causing earthquake. Last but not the least, avalanche. Glacier falling down from the mountain causes earthquake. Yeah, these are the main causes of earthquake.
Now we go to Mr. Nicky Martin to know about the earthquake belts and earthquake zones around Bangladesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to explain to you about the earthquake belts around the world. Now, here the big balls indicate major earthquakes over magnitude 7 on the Richter scale, and the smaller ones indicate earthquakes less than 7 on Richter scale. From the map, you can easily understand that this area are under certain earthquake belts. Now I will show you the fault lines. There are certain lines which are very much weak in the earth crust. Along these lines, there are many earthquakes occur. Now I will show this to you. This line, this fault line, is within North America and South America. This line is within Asia and Europe. And this line is in the ocean at North Atlantic Ocean. And the other one, here, it is within some parts of Europe and some parts of the Pacific Ocean. Now the last one. Now the serious earthquakes along these belts. Firstly, one. Tangshan, China, Gangshu, China, Qinghai, China, Indo, Japan, Turkmenistan, Messina, Italy, Gangshu, China, Peru, Iran, and Quito, Pakistan. We can see that the death toll is highest in Tangshan, Japan. Now in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, these are the main fault lines. The main fault line goes from northeastern part to southwestern part. This fault line is called Dauki fault. This one called Tista lineage. This fault indicates earthquake of magnitude over 8, and this fault indicates magnitude within 7 to 8 within Richter scale. Ladies and gentlemen, now earthquake prone areas of Bangladesh. These areas funnel to earthquake. Now the lower part, including Dhaka, Chittagong, and some parts of Rangpur division and Rajshahi division are moderate earthquake prone, and the southern part of Bangladesh, including Satkhira, Patuakhali, Khulna, Meherpur, Chuadanga, are less moderate, less earthquake prone areas of Bangladesh. That's all for now. Goodbye.
Recently, earthquakes occurred in Bangladesh, Chile, Haiti, New Zealand, and some other parts of the world. In Haiti, 2,22,570 people killed, 93 lakh people injured, 1.3 million displaced, and 97,294 houses were totally destroyed. Now let's watch how the quake caused disaster in Haiti. In Haiti, reconstruction work is being done with the help of the international community. The helpless people are going to start a new life. But can't they forget all sorrows? Let's watch another video of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all know before some days, and destructive earthquake has taken away everything from Haiti. Someone has become widows, some parents have lost their children, and the people became totally helpless, losing their own home and wealth. Now, I'm going to talk with an earthquake-affected person regarding the reconstruction work in Haiti. Isn't the help given from the government is not sufficient for you?
No. Before some days, we are living under the open sky. Now we'll get the houses. We want to start a new life, forgetting all sorrows. As those who left will not be back again.
Yes, please take patience in this regard, and I think that next time you'll be more cautious regarding this earthquake and more disasters. So people think you'll be more cautious, and what type of precautions you'll take for such type of disaster to face next time?
We will always be prepared to face such a disaster so that it cannot take away any more lives.
Viewers and listeners, with some expression for starting a new life, with new hope, new aspirations, the Haiti people are coming out and just they want to start a new life. May their new life be decorated with all type of happinesses and may not be any more disaster come to them. With this expectation and to have the all type of facilities from the international community like UNO and other countries, here we are getting closed by this show. Thank you to all.
Before some days, an earthquake was felt in San Francisco of United States of America. Now let's watch a video clip what earthquake happened there.
Oh my God, that is very interesting.
Oh, that is very pathetic also. Few days back, an earthquake was occurred in Chile. The president of the country, Sebastian Pinera, talked about it in the General Assembly. And the country's people are also trying to reconstruct their other articles. Now let's video clip what the country's president, Sebastian Pinera, talked about it.
Entire cities and villages were demolished. Hundreds of hospitals, clinics, roads, beaches, ports, airports, and public buildings became unusable. 1 in 3 of Chile's children and young people, numbering some 1.25 million, could not start school year because their schools had been destroyed or damaged. Losses from the earthquake totaling $30 billion, equivalent to 80% of Chile's GDP. Just 45 days after the quake, all children were back in school, while in 60 days, access to health services in different affected zones had been returned. Of course, the work of reconstruction is only just beginning, and it will require an effort that will take us years to complete. The nation won't rest until each school, house, hospitals, and roads are repaired. Because for a country like Chile, forced by adversity, hard work, vigor, any crisis, however painful, always represents an opportunity. The opportunity to build a better country.
Because of an earthquake. Nicholas, will you please explain the earthquake histories?
Yeah, sure. In the last 2 decades, Dhaka city has been experienced unplanned urbanization at an unprecedented scale. About 70% of buildings of Dhaka have been built ignoring the building code. That is why first and foremost damage on the building. We have to mainly see that the buildings of Dhaka are made with proper design so that it can sustain jolt. Retrofitting are very necessary. We need to invest additional $10 per square feet to make it safe if the jolt occurs. Most of the apartments in the building of the city have the parking lots on the ground which stand on only a few pillars. If earthquake strikes, this building will easily cave in. These car parks should be retrofitted and should be stand about 70% of pillars. The old buildings of the city need to be retrofitted. For that reason, we have to invest additional $450 or 500 per square feet. We need to ensure that these buildings are safe if earthquake strikes. There is the equipment in way to check the state of the buildings. The house structural elements should be examined for their stability. Firstly, foundation, which supports the structure. Then horizontal members, floor and so on, which support and transfer bending weight and its content to the wall. Then vertical members, support walls, posts and so on, which transfer weight down to the foundation. And lastly, connecting points, bolts, clips, brackets and so on between the members. Thank you.
We saw that the people of Bangladesh are really unconscious about their buildings, making buildings. The government is trying to reduce the losses, but no effective measures have still been found out. Not only the government, but as well as side by side, some NGOs and some self-inspired people are trying a lot to make awareness, to create the awareness among the mass people. Let's not eat from a video clip.
My dear brothers, earthquake can hit Bangladesh at any time. So, you should take precautions earlier. You should aware people about the buildings and you should tell them what is to be done during earthquake. And in order to do so, you should be always restless. Excuse me, I'm informed that you have started earthquake awareness programs. I've been heard wrong. Have you started it with self-initiative? Yeah. But what the government is doing, government are not taking the large initiatives, but the young generations are taking initiatives. What's the reason? The reason is
you know that government is not taking any initiatives. So there is none but we, the young generation, who will face such type of disasters. And I think the government should take initiatives because we alone are not able to ever all these 15 crore people of Bangladesh. So I think the government and other organizations too should cooperate with us.
So the young generations are taking large initiatives to face earthquake. But we want to know what the government is doing. If the government and the whole nation don't come forward, then huge distractions can occur in Bangladesh. So each and every one of us must come forward to face the earthquake. With this hope, Rakibul Alam, Dhaka.
All on a sudden like Aladdin's lamp, but almost everyone being dealing with this, the situation will be worse day by day. Mr. Nasik, will you please explain the economic approaches for NACBA?
Yeah, the main approaches are firstly launching extensive mass awareness programs for earthquake. Then secondly, developing appropriate training materials. Thirdly, updating Bangladesh building codes and making it binding for all construction activities. And then fourthly, installing and operating seismic instrument at suitable locations. And then fifthly, conducting special studies on structural soundness of hospitals and firefighting centers, schools, colleges and university buildings. Then sixthly, demonstrating, retrofitting and introducing motivation programs of retrofitting through the municipality leadership. And seventhly, assessment of the firefighting staff and taking appropriate training, provisioning of appropriate firefighting equipment. And eighthly, assessment of the capacity of hospitals and other medical centers to deal with the large casualties. And ninthly, assessment of the rescue equipment stock and their usability at the time of response. And at last, tenthly, delineation of an efficient army and civilian combined rescue operation. And these are the above.
Earthquakes have always been an unknown quantity. When or why strikes still remains largely a mystery to scientists of all over the world. There is no such device that can be invented to predict. We can to be prepared to face such a disaster that can hit us anytime. Dear spectators, we are going to retire from our today's show. Thank you, Mr. Nasib. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas, for coming to the show. Hope that we'll be again in this your favorite TV channel, SGTV, in the next week at the same time. Till then, bye.
Gentlemen, you all know, in our program, we always discuss about various problems of our country and try to give solutions. Dear viewers, today our topic of discussion is power crisis and its probable solution in Bangladesh. Viewers, in this regard, we have invited two special guests. One is Mr. Jahid Hasan. Thank you. And another is Mr. Prashant Sen.
Thank you, Mr.
Viewers, power means energy. So at first, let's have a look of our energy resources of our country. Viewers, energy resources of Bangladesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to have a view on the latest statistical report on power grids and resources of our country. I welcome you all in this session. Firstly, this side is the existing power supply substation. Here, the dark line indicates our overhead line existing power supply, and dot lines refer to the planning for the future. Secondly, this sign represents our gas fields. Viewers, you can see our maximum gas fields belong to the northeastern to southeastern region of our country. Thirdly, for information, Bangladesh is not very rich in coal resource. However, we found coal in Dinajpur, Jaipurhat, Rangpur and Sunamganj district. Finally, a little quantity of oil has been discovered in Horipur, Roshipur, Titash of Sylhet and Baramchak of Maulvi Bazar district. So ladies and gentlemen, This is all about our today's data report on power grids and resources of our country. Thank you all.
Let's come to the main topic, that is power crisis. Viewers, power crisis is a great shortfall to the supply of energy to an economy. Viewers, now,
first of all, I'd like to express my gratitude to you that you have invited us in this show. I'm feeling very proud.
Thank you.
Thanks to the view. And to the answer
to tell you, I am also waiting very much pleasure for.
Yes, obviously, we all are very happy. To the answer to your question, Mr. Arifin, I'd like to say that electricity is the major source for countries' most of the economic activities. The electric generating capacity that was installed in Bangladesh was 4.7 gigawatt in 2009. That was only 3/4 of the total electricity that was available in our country. Then I would like to say that the load shedding is creating a great problem in our country.
Yes.
At the same time, load shedding is creating really haphazard way in the country, and thus many people are suffering from this load shedding. A recent survey reveals that about $1 billion of money was lost. $1 billion. So it is much, much higher.
Thank you, Mr. Jahid, for a nice discussion. Viewers, today garment sector is the most affected sector in our country. Now viewers, let's have a video clip how it is affecting. Dear viewers, garments video clip.
Dear viewers, now I am standing in a garments factory named 777 at Mirpur in Dhaka. As you can see, we are experiencing load shedding now. The garments workers have no work. They are gossiping and sitting idle. Here, the managing director of this garments factory is with me. Now I'll ask him a question about the garments problem due to load shedding. What are the problems we face due to load shedding? Can you please tell us?
Actually, this is an acute problem in our country, which is influencing very much in this sector. And for this, our production is going down, and we are not supplying the demand of the importer. So it is not loss of us only; it is the loss of our country also, because garment sector is the main earning sector of our country. So government should pay more attention in this respect.
Thank you. Now, here is one of the workers with me. I'll ask him a question about his problem with load shedding. আপনি কি দয়া করে গার্মেন্টস লোড শেডিং এর জন্য কি প্রবলেম হয় বলতে পারবেন?
Now there is load shedding almost all of the time. In the past, there was sufficient electricity. We have to sit idle here for the cause of load shedding. Whereas I could make 20 crores per day, now we are making only 8.
Thank you. That's all about the garments problem due to load shedding. The government should pay attention on this. Anur Mohanto from Mirpur, The View.
Yeah, Mr. Arifin, you know that the shortage of the electricity has taken its highest shape. As per the demand, the supply of the electricity is very, very low. You know, the demand of the electricity is 4600 megawatt, but as per the demand, the supply of electricity again 3500 megawatt.
Oh, it is very less. It is very less.
I think this is very due to lack of our modern technology.
Yes, Mr. Sheldon, please.
I have a question to Mr. Jahid, sir.
Oh, yes, please.
Actually, Bangladesh is a country depending mostly on agriculture, but our agriculture is also suffering much due to load shedding.
Sheldon, please, ask your question, please.
My question is that what are the plans taken by the government to help our helpless farmers?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Sheldon. Then, Mr. Jahid, I think it's a very good question.
Very, very good question by the viewer. Much amount of load shedding will be felt by the city dwellers and the village.
Thank you, Mr. Jahid. I think, dear viewers, the government has taken the right decision.
I think he has got his answer, I hope.
And I think, Mr. Shiabuddin, you have got the answer. Now, dear viewers, our farmers are suffering a lot of load shedding. Now, let's have a look at the sufferings of the farmer. Dear viewers, a video clip about the sufferings of the farmers.
let them.
Dear viewers, you are observing that a farmer is very much disappointed beside me. Now I will know from him about the cause of his being disappointed. আপনার হতাশার কারণ কি?
Oh, see, I can supply sufficient amount of water to the field as fields are drying up in the sun. Probably, I will not get a good harvest this year. If it's so, then we and our family will have to stop. It is government who can only make arrangement for this. There is no other way beyond the sweet will of the government to give back our smile.
Thank you. This is the real view of the farmers of the rural areas of our country. Only the government can take the vital measures to prevent this. Thank you. Yash Mahmood, Dinaspur, The View.
Totally towards the global energy crisis.
Yes, yes.
And the mostly running out from the crude oil and the dependence on the fossil fuel is decreasing day by day.
Yes.
So far I know this has caused many to invest on alternate source for the resources of our country. That is such as we can say that hydroelectricity, fuel, biofuel, and so far I know the nuclear power energy.
Of Samat Mandal of Mayancheng.
Samat Mandal, a legend of the village Arjuna in the district of Mayancheng. He, with the help of Gramin Shakti, has installed many solar power plants by which he is not only meeting his demand of electricity but also stretching his helping hands towards his neighbors. Government should inspire and help the people to implement this awesome thought, which will be a legendary step to the way of development of our dear Bangladesh. Badon, Arjuna Mayancheng, The View.
Reduced. And I think the government should take necessary steps very quick. Let's come to the sector coal, which is another power resources of our country. Now, Mr. Prashant, will you say something?
Yeah, Mr. Arfin, you.
Yes, please.
I have a question to Mr. Prashant Sen.
Yes, please ask.
My question is that, do you have any plan or do you have any solution to prevent the power crisis in Bangladesh by coal resources which we have?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr.
We were just discussing about this.
The proper steps, I think that will be helpful for us.
Thank you, Mr. Prashant. Thank you very much. The coal mine is a new horizon of our country, dear viewers, but we have to use it very carefully because if we are not conscious, then our reservation will be finished within 76 years. Viewers, let's see a video footage of
resource that could change for the better the lives of everyone in Bangladesh, particularly those in the northwest. Since 2004, Russian energy has drilled more underground technique.
In our country, we see that natural gas is helping our people in so many ways. The commercial energy consumption is 71.7%, and at present there are 18 gas fields from 14 gas fields or gas is extracted. At the same time, though we have a target to produce 568.64 mmSCF of gas, but in July we have extracted only 115.64 mmSCF of gas. Well, gas is used in various ways in our country. Bangladesh installed electric generation capacity in the year 2010, which was 3.8 gigawatt, and 94% of that comes from natural gas. So it is much high.
Thank you, Mr. Jahid.
And now I'm standing in front of a CNG filling station at Gazipur. And you can see that there is a very long jam. And now I'll ask a CNG worker about the cause of this jam.
Actually, government directed us to stop the supply of gas from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. We also can't accommodate the increasing number of vehicles. If we get good supply of gas and direction to supply the gas all the time, then the problem will be solved quickly.
So this was the condition of the gas supply of Bangladesh, and the government should take necessary steps about that. Shafi, Gazipur, The View.
We have made a series of solutions based on our discussion. Now let's have the solution. Dear viewers, video footage about the solution of power crisis.
Please.
Dear viewers, we are leaving our future generation like this in total darkness. We shouldn't plan only for the present, but we should also for our future. I believe that if we work properly, if we work together, our country will be a better place and our future will be bright like this. I believe that I cannot do everything, but I can do something for our country. So, keeping this hope in mind, let's go forward towards a nice future.
We are very glad. Thank you very much.
Especially thanks to the view.
Thanks to the view and GTV. Obviously, GTV.
Thank you. My dear viewers, I will be back in the next week, same time, same day on GTV. Dear viewers, till then, goodbye.
Securing 9 points, Tidumil House become champion. Arsenal become second, securing 6, and Philadelphia become third, securing 3 points. At number 1481, their counselor from Tidumil. At number 1528, their Tamil from Tidumil House. Tidumil House.
Respected Vice Principal, learned colleagues, other personnel, and my most dearest cadets. Assalamu alaikum. I am very happy and enjoyed Mass, having a very gladly view over the tea houses display. Have a very good time. Exactly, the procurement from the various sources, the installation of the sequences perfectly, and also the accurate display. The personalities, those who work behind the screen. My heartiest thanks to them and the cadets, those who worked hard. It is really a thesis work. A very good hand for all of them. Thank you. One thing I have been observing, the two houses. One is regarding the Bashani house, which was the global warming. You are observing. Yes, all the things it was made by men created. All the disasters that has been happening, it is due to the men created. We are the conscious enough, but we do not know how to create the good environment and the earth for our future generation. But Bashani house at the end, the hoping and aspiration, I was eagerly enjoying, and also I was eagerly enjoying the dead tree, the fallen tree, the dead anywhere, they are again reviving. Having a very good and green earth. It's really happy at the end of my cadet's life. I am very happy that my cadet, they are hoping for the very, very best life, very, very future generation. I am praying to Almighty, may God bless them with this aspiration, energy and knowledge in future. Exactly also for the Tituberians, they are also at the end with the lightning, the candle lightning, they are praying and hoping, and exactly from the above, blessings comes from the above. They are praying, praying with the lightning. At the same time, the light from the heavens, it was enlightened. So it's a very, very good experience. The theme against the crisis, you see. And the Shiazi house that I best, but there was the at time there were the I am not criticizing, I am not analyzing, but at time there was the power problem and also a bit of the presentation problem. The synchronization of the speakers and the way of talking and the presentation and everything, it should be. You are observing for the long period. It was supposed to be held in the last term. But due to the ICC problem, it has been shifted. So, the shifting was of the obvious reason. But you have taken the preparation, everybody in the, when you will be working on the projecting of some functions, you have to prepare yourself accordingly such that during the presentation you can do the best. I was feeling to invite some important personalities, but I was in hesitation. So that is why I could not. In the next time I will be inviting some important personalities as a viewer. You see,